Yes, you can take photos of people, buildings, and sites in a public space. In fact, a judge in Australia once said, a person in our society does not have a right not to be photographed. So there you go. So in Australia, taking a photo of a person in a public space is not an invasion of privacy. Okay, so now that's out of the way. There are a few rules you have to follow though. Jerry, hey, I'm not a lawyer, all right? So don't blame me if something goes wrong. If it gets to that point, get yourself a lawyer to explain it. I mean, who the hell has a lawyer? I mean, I don't, but just from a layman's point of view, this is what I've been researching. No, this is only for Australia. I don't know about the rest of the world. It's very similar. I think Canada is quite similar to us. I went down this rabbit hole, man, and it just really, there's so many rules. Just taking bloody photos, you know. But, you know, that's the way it is these days, especially with social media and everything that goes with it, and the privacy and copyright. Jesus. And also, the laws are still trying to catch up, especially with social media. It's kind of relatively new because in the old days, you know, you had a film camera and you know, you probably only shared it with your mates or your family. Now, the reason why I'm doing this video because on the weekend I was helping my sister with her vlog, and we went into a pub and I started filming. Now, I had this around my neck. And we started doing it and everything was all right and I didn't think anything of it. And then right at the end, the manager and the bartender came up to me saying, "Oh, you've got to you can't film in here. You've got to delete all those files." And I just freaked out. I'm like, you get all flustered and you think, "Oh shit, what have I done? Have I done something wrong? Am I going to get in trouble?" But just, you know, first thing you got to do is relax. All you've done is take some photos or take some video footage inside a bloody pub. But what happened then, she came up to me, the bartender, and said, "Oh, you got to delete all those files." And first I thought, you know, what for? Like, you know, it's just me and my sister just mucking around. First I was trying to be a smart ass. Don't be a smart ass. I started saying, well, what's the difference if I was filming it with my phone? You know, can I take a selfie? And she went, what? I said, can I take a selfie? You know, there's 50,000 people over there taking selfies. Let's backtrack. They have every right to tell you to stop filming. So I'll get to that later when it comes to private land. What happened was I didn't know, okay, I'll delete it, sorry. You know, I started deleting all the video footage that I took. It's only now that I've been researching they're not allowed to tell you to do that. So once it's in your camera, the footage or the photos, that's your property and no one can touch you. No one can grab the camera. No one can destroy it. Obviously, that's you know, damage. That's, you know, call the cops if that happens. And actually, even the cops can't. The police can't ask you to delete any footage. They need a court order or some shit like that. So once it's in your footage, even though you've taken it in and you shouldn't have been taking that footage, no one can tell you to delete those photos. Full stop. That's the law in Australia anyway, because it's your property. Once it's in here, it's your property. They weren't allowed to ask me to delete it. But on a side note, stick around to the end. It's very easy to undelete. I'll show you that later. If it's on private property, then it's their property, their rules. So they can ask you to stop filming and either put your camera away, or they can just ask you to leave, I guess, especially if you're in a pub and you're becoming a dickhead about it. That's one thing. Don't be a dickhead about any of this because it just makes it worse. They just comply with it. But if you ever get asked to stop, then you got to stop because you're on private property, and that could be things like pubs, concerts, and even things like shopping malls. So you think that this is a public area because everyone's gathering around, but it's not. Those shopping malls, that pub, even the steps of a building, then you are on private property and they can say stop. So you'll notice that with street photography, the security guard will come out and say you can't film here. But what you can do is you can step back, go onto the public area of the road, and then you can film from a distance. It's like the Google car the street view, that's on the public. So that's how Google get away with it. They're the main ones that I've researched, especially for street photography. It's, you've got to be on public land. Now, getting back to the rules, what I said, like I said, it's a bloody minefield out there, especially these days with the world of, perverts and pedophiles and even the lowest of them all, the paparazzi. It's not a free for all. There are some rules that you got to follow, even on public land. What you can't do is take photos or videos without consent in places where, this is the quote, a reasonable person would reasonably expect to be offered privacy. Now, all right, what the hell does that mean? So think about public toilets, change rooms, they're all public areas. That person or me or anyone is expected a bit that privacy, even in that public place. Public toilets, change rooms, even backyards. Even if you're at home and you're filming next door, even though you're filming not on their land, they're expected that backyard is a reasonable area of privacy for them. I mean, that's just normal common sense. Most of this shit's common sense anyway. If you feel that it's wrong, then don't bloody do it, which brings me to dickheads doing upskirts and shit like that. You're at the beach and you're zooming in on people's private parts or their boobs or whatever. That's outlawed. You can't do that. I think there's legislation for perverts, upskirts, down blouses. I don't even know what the hell that is. What, filming down there? Like, anyway, seriously, if you're doing that, then speaking of perverts, children. Now, contrary to popular belief, children are treated the exact same as adults when it comes to photographing them in a public space. You do not need to get permission off the parents or anything. You're allowed to take photos of children just as if you were allowed to take photos of adults in a public space. Now, saying that, if you're hanging around schools or playgrounds and all you're doing is taking photos of children, then you're probably going to get a complaint. That's where photographers get their bad reputation, I guess, because everyone's got this in their head, oh, why are you taking photos of people in public, man? And you see it all the time on street photography. It's like people go, what are you doing? What are you taking a photo of me for? Like, don't take a photo of my children. What, you a pervert? You see, there's the grey area where you think, well, no, I'm an artist and I'm taking photos in the street. So, you and your kids can go tiptoe through the window. So, I would just stay clear of it anyway, even just any photos, because you're always going to be tarnished. In this day and age, everyone's a bloody pedo. It's just too risky, and you don't know, you're going to, the old man might come up to you and just give you a punch in the face and say, don't you taking photos of my children? So just stay clear of it, if you ask me. A lot of the times, a lot of the buildings and sporting venues and whatever, they'll actually have signs up saying you cannot take photos here. I went to the footy and they let cameras in. They don't let anything under 300 millimeters, which is cool for micro four thirds losers, because we can bring really small lenses in and they're 300 millimeters. The thing that people fall into that get stuck is what's public and what's not. So obviously shops, pubs, markets, even the markets, like if you go to Paddy's markets, even that is technically private land. Hospitals, I didn't know that. Now, one thing I was reading about railway stations in New South Wales anyway. With railway stations, you might need permission from the station manager. But, man, I've taken heaps of shots and heaps of video at railway stations and no one's ever said anything. I think what they're talking about here is if you get like a full film crew set, with lights and shit like that, you're probably disrupting the flow of the public area. So you might need a permit or you might need permission. So really, that's for me. I've taken heaps of videos at this train station, even inside the train station. For example, at the national park, you think, well, that's a bloody national park. I mean, I'm in the Blue Mountains here, or I'm at Mount Kosciuszko on top of the mountain. Who the hell? But they have rules as well, and you need permits for them. But it's only for, I read, if you've got a film crew of 10 people or less, you're allowed to film without a permit. But if you have 10 people or more, and then they talk about how many lights you have and all this other crap, things start to get a little bit dicey once you pull your tripod out. If you're just filming with your phone or even your SLR or DSLR, then that's all right. But as soon as you pull the tripod out, you get a light coming in, a modifier, that's when attention is going to come to you from the security people. But saying that, I mean, I was in a pub and they freaked out. So if we just walked in with our phones and started filming, who the hell's going to know anyway? Which leads me to another thing. I did say that they can't confiscate, delete and all that because it's your property. But there is one, and it's when you're filming around security installations, military bases, even military maneuvers. So yeah, you can't do that. So expect the FBI to delete all those photos you took at Area 51. In the same area there, the police. A lot of misconception about that. You can take photos of the police, but the only thing that you can't do is you can't interfere with their operation. Privacy, commercial, then you're moving into stuff like defamation, copyright. Like that's like a whole new rabbit hole, going down. For just everyday photos, I just want to know where the hell I can stand and take the bloody photo. You take a photo of in a public area of someone, you can sell that as your work of art. That's fine. But then if you use that photo with that person's image to promote a business or a product, then that falls into commercial. So then you need release forms. I don't know. I'm not going to do that, but Jerry, what are you doing? I'm on private property. I can take a photo of Jerry. Hey, Jerry. Actually, that's another thing. I went to the park, the dog park. This lady came up to me and said, "Are you taking photos of all the dogs?" I got like, what? Because she saw I had a big camera. I mean, I felt like saying, no, I'm just taking a photo of your dog, love. But I reserved myself. I said, no, what did I say? You see there, I didn't know the rules. I said, oh, no, I'm just taking photos of my dog. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next street photography walk. I'll be that guy on the public area taking the photos. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch you later.